Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today I'm reviewing Velma, episodes 7 and 8. It's coming to you from HBO Max. So, what did I think about them? And should you be watching? Before you get into this review, get down there and hit like on this video. Well, we continue on the quest of seeing whether or not Velma can come together and be a good show. And just off the bat, I can report still not a good show. It's an improving show. I'll give it that much. It's improving because it's, trying to actually tell the story of, solving this mystery and not just, continuing to show that Velma sucks as a person. Oh, but it still does plenty of that. Just trust me on that. If you can't get enough of Velma being a kind of crappy friend, daughter, wannabe girlfriend, whatever, hey, you're going to get plenty of that. But you'll also get some silly kind of hijinks, and the first glimpse that maybe this is actually a Scooby-Doo show. They finally decided, like, maybe we should do some Scooby-Doo shit. I don't know. Should we? All right, cool. So to that end, we got episode number 7, which is called Fog Fest, and it's all about, for whatever reason, there's a serial killer on the loose, and they've decided it's a ghost because that's reasonable, and they're gonna keep on with this Fog Fest thing, which apparently Crystal Cove doesn't just have ridiculous crystal caverns. Also, it has magical fog that switches things up because reasons. Some supernatural shenanigans happens, and I guess we're just gonna accept it. Okay, fine, whatever. It's not the most ridiculous thing in this show. But because of this, ghost that's a serial killer, they've decided that all the girls must have dates to go to the Fog Fest, because this is going to be an episode about talking about sexism, male privilege, and any other kind of things related to I guess you'd say preferential treatment for guys, that sort of thing, which I'm not inherently against. I'm not going to rail against this episode because that's what goes on, because Velma cross-dresses as a guy and somehow everyone treats her better and she's cool and she can get away with doing ridiculous things. I know, I get it. They're making fun of, real shit. Okay, fine. It should be funny though. Let's try to make it amusing. It's mostly just groan-inducing. I think she's funny as a guy. I think it's interesting enough that she runs around as a guy, she's like, "Ha! I'm a dude now. I get to have all this privilege, and I'm just going to be the man and whatever." And just calling out all of the. It's essentially she has a laundry list of sexism tropes and like runs through them, and everyone in Crystal Cove is apparently a misogynist, I guess, or something like that. Or you know what I'm saying? It's just. It wants to be clever, and it's just tiresome, to be truthful. So there's a few things in there that may be amusing, but it's just tiresome. But it's not all terrible. There's parts of this episode I'm like, hey, Scooby-Doo. Like the fact that they end up, going through the fog and things get switched up and they're, going all over the place. They do one of the Carnival Funhouse chases where they go door to door to door, and they're just like, oh shit, this is breaking my understanding of time and everything. Yeah, I get it. Okay, kind of fun. But that doesn't necessarily make up for the fact that, a lot of the episodes just rooted in this whole poking fun at sexism thing. Which it would be fun if it was funny. And then, it feels like the mystery gang is sort of coming together because, Fred's there. And there's this whole little subplot of, a Norval trying to make up for being a bad boyfriend. So he's trying to win the Fog King and Queen thing. And he and Fred have a kind of a rivalry about it because Fred's parents are going to disown him if he doesn't become king and all that stuff. I mean, look, all that stuff is going on. Okay, cool. And Norval's just kind of like being an idiot. With Gigi likes him, but he's being an idiot about it, and she's somehow putting up with his crap. All right, cool. I just wanted it to be funnier. That's it. I wanted it to be funnier. I do like that they tried to go for a little more classic Scooby-Doo stuff. And at the end, Fred still, he's more likable. He's still sort of an idiot. And when he gets captured, I'm like, okay, whatever. So, okay, whatever. And when Gigi, she still somehow manages to forgive Norval for being an idiot, I guess, like, okay, fine, whatever. But the whole Daphne and Velma deciding to maybe be more than friends thing, I don't buy it because Velma sucks. Like, I'm still saying, like, what's redeemable about her? Like, she's a horrible friend. She's self-absorbed, self-centered, and all that other stuff, and she makes excuses for it, and somehow they still want to, take it to the next level. Okay, whatever. I guess. Which leads us to the next episode where it's all, again, the writers trying to be super clever and they're calling out exactly what they're going to do, which is they're going to, poke fun at the Tarantino-ish version of layered flashbacks and all that other stuff where they really are just trying to run down how, Gigi and Norval and Daphne and Velma end up trapped in rocks in a cave and everything like that when they're trying to like investigate what's going on with the serial killer. And at a cabin in the woods. And there's a bunch of stuff going back and forth in there. Norval not catching the hint that Gigi wants to get it on. Daphne, having other social obligations, and Velma being so possessive that she tricks her into coming to the cabin. And then they sort of, are kind of mad at each other about that. Norval being a simp for Velma still because he's just an idiot. And Fred's kind of missing, but he's finds out like he's in the lair of whoever, the killer is, and finds out that the guy, they killed the bodies but kept the brains. So clearly somebody's trying to replicate the experiments of his grandmother, of Norval's grandmother. And it's the whole opportunity just to show that Fred likes girls for their minds and not their bodies. And he literally is sitting there macking on 3 girls' brains in a jar. It's funny, I guess, and silly, and I'll take that. It wasn't a bad thing. The whole bit of the Tarantinoing, the flashbacks or whatever. I think the writers thought it was more clever than it actually was. It wasn't terribly funny, at all. And again, I wonder, as far as character development, the heck anyone likes Velma? She's just not cool. She's not fun. She's not a good person. Don't understand why anybody wants her. Gigi doesn't seem to understand either because she has to fight for Norval's attention. It's ridiculous. But it all ends with them like in a cave, a crystal cave, finding Fred, kind of getting in trouble, and then finally, the woman of the hour shows up, Velma's mom, and they get the mystery machine, and like all of the aspects of the Scooby-Doo show are starting to show up. They have this like really interesting car scene involving lava. What the hell lava came from underneath the crystal caves? Who knows? But lava. And they end up with the mystery machine and all that, and Velma's mom is back. All right, cool. They're making their way towards the end of this mystery or whatever. I just want it to be funny. Like, you trying hard to be funny, be funny. And there was a laugh or two, but it wasn't much there. If you're going to, the main character is like unlikable and sucks, at least give me some good laughs. And that's not what's here. So, overall, I'm interested to see where this actually ends up, and the next week's 2 episodes are gonna do that. But man, they got a high bar to clear for this to be anything more than just bad. And it's just, I wish the writers were as funny as they think they are, and I wish they were as clever as they think they are, because all this subversion stuff just doesn't work if you're not being funny about it. That's it. I want more of that, but we'll see next week. This, make or break for this, and I think it's probably going to be break. Anyway, what do you guys think about these episodes? What do you think about what I had to say? Get down to the comments section. Leave your thoughts there. And, of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or @supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And do me a favor, get down there, hit like on this video, and subscribe, notification bell. All that good stuff helps grow the channel, helps more people to see these videos. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week. The season finale of Velma, or maybe series finale. We'll see. Till then, I've been Mo de Poupée, your resident fabricant and comment extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.